Okay, don't bump my hand because I'm taking a picture.
If you jump in, you'll be scared instantly.
So those are racers. They're bringing another canoe for the race.
And another one?
I don't know, there might be another one. Let's see. See the one they're paddling out there?
Yeah.
Okay, they're gonna get set. See, they're gonna. You can't bump my arm while I'm trying to take a picture, though. Okay? You let go of my arm. Sorry.
Well, they all have to line up.
Please, mistress.
Don't jump around, ride down the hill.
Alright guys, did you hear what
Let's go.
Water.
I'm trying to take my shoe off.
Well, Griffin, if you do that, then I'm going to be really mad at you. Because it'll fall down the hill and we'll lose it.
You're going to be able to see because they're going to freeze. All the way down there.
It's trying to fall. Trying to fall.
Okay.
Duck.
Hope was here like almost all day yesterday.
They're all gone?
No, they're just getting ready. Just practicing a little bit.
Alright teams, have you figured out what your order is? The smallest boats are going to start.
Which one's the fastest?
Well, we'll see.
Paddlers ready?
Stay there if you want. I'm staying.
Watch
On your
it.
mark.
Oh, two of them? Man.
Ooh, what was that?
A cannon.
There's two people.
Is this the cannon?
And they have see that piece of wood? I think it's for weight.
Alright, Southwest.
Oh, the big one is going faster.
Big noise.
Anywhere.
Yeah, we're
Oh, it's a shootograph.
Alright, we're up on the
Photograph?
No, it's a shootograph. You know what a shootograph is? It's a shooter.
I've never heard of a shootograph.
And it was a shootograph. It goes.
Oh. Is that like a cannon?
Yeah, it's a cannon. A shootograph is a cannon.
Gotcha. No, the big boat. The bigger
Shootograph.
boat is a lot faster.
Yeah, and shootographs are cannons.
Okay, hold on.
Oh, handoff, nice. And the second.
Hey, I want to see the cannon.
Well, they might do it again. We're going to see some more cannons in a little while.
26. North Canoe. Beyond the Great Lakes. Rivers like the Wabash, further up in Canada. Alright, Weonon's got the bail on their team. They got some ground to make up.
You have stuff on your glass.
I can't tell.
Will we see another shootograph?
Maybe.
Like the Southwest Canoe.
Not yet, though.
How many people pulling?
Now they're using.
How fast they can move.
Yeah, there we go. Okay. Taking a line tonight.
Well, whatever works,
Will
right?
they do the same, or will they try to move both feet but turn faster? And they are backpedaling.
I'm looking at it.
I got to see the camera, too. Griffin, hey. Come on now, I don't want you to fall.
I'll follow the camera down there.
Yeah, how do you think Daddy would feel about that?
Sad.
And pretty mad, too.
What?
Let's go, guys.
fall down. If you don't listen, I'll fall down.
I thought about that.
Dad, if you don't listen, I'll...
I think they work for UPS. I'm not sure.
They lost their bail. They dropped it out of the water. They dropped it out of the canoe.
What? What thing?
It's a big box.
They'll make up this time.
I'll show you when they come by. See that big box that's in the canoe?
Southwest boat is making...
You see the guy in the red shirt in the canoe?
I don't know. They ran over the shark.
Oh,
See the big box? He's got the big box in front of him.
yeah.
It fell in the water, but they gotta keep that in the canoe, otherwise they can't win.
Is that a winner?
So they got it back.
What is that? Why they need a box?
It's part of the game, part of the race.
Is that water?
Get up here.
On the way into their turn. All right, they're pivoting.
Dad, let's go swim.
We can't, it's too cold.
Why?
It's really cold water.
Doctor, who's that?
Super cold.
Hey, all right.
Clap, clap.
Doctor, where are you going?
I think the wait was longer than the race.
Is it done?
Did you like it?
Yeah. Let's go.
What do you want to do?
On Sunday,
I want to go get a donut and get a toy.
Okay, so.
Donut and a toy. Well, we might be able to. We'll see. But wait a second.
How about a spinner top?
A spinner top.
Electric one.
An electric spinner top?
Yeah. Can we find one?
They don't have any electric ones here.
We'll try to find one.
No, they promised. They don't have anything electric.
How about a spinner top? I want a spinner top that has a motor that's electric.
I know, but they don't have any. They only have things that they had back in the olden days. They didn't have electricity.
Why don't have electricity?
In the olden times, long time ago, they didn't have
I
electricity.
saw something very cool.
What?
It's a thing that's very cool, and it's got a light on it.
Oh, yeah? It's got a light on it?
Yeah, it's a light. Lauren, you look something. It's a light, and you can hang it on the ceiling.
You can hang it on the ceiling?
Yeah.
So when you see the person on the back right of the gun raise his hand like this, that means that you have to cover your ears because within 2 commands they're going to fire. And in case you don't hear them, you want to cover your ears. And young children should also close their mouth. Now we're lucky in a way that it's not very humid because
And that's why, see if you're plugging your ears.
would settle here too, and then you would be tasting what it's like to be around black powder firing. But with the wind, I don't know which way it's going exactly. I don't think it's going to go at you. But the first on the back right
Yeah, cover your ears.
has his thumb covered with a leather, and he's going to put his thumb over that vent hole. That's so that to keep the draft from getting in that might ignite any embers that were burning in there or debris from the previous firing. That gun gets very hot after continuous firing, but he's not allowed to take that thumb off there because if any draft got in there while they're working on the front, it can cause a premature explosion and injure or kill their men on their cannon crew. Search the piece as the man on the front left has a long pole with a corkscrew wire at the end. And he puts that in and he twists and turns and pulls out any debris. In the 18th century, they made their cartridge bags out of cloth. And that sometimes leaves residue in there or pieces of cloth that might still be burning. We use aluminum foil for safety reasons, but also sometimes the foil doesn't all get blown out. so you don't want anything hot in there when you're putting another live round in. Handle cartridge, the person in the back is called the matras, and they have the ammunition in the box here, the cartridge bag.
I'll tell you when. You're not going to do it yet.
In advance, they bring it up to the front left, and they hand it off to the person on the front left. Charging the piece, the person on the front left actually puts his arm as far as he can down the barrel and puts that cartridge bag in there.
Man, put your arm down the barrel.
Ram down cartridge, the person on the opposite side in the front has a big pole that looks like a club, and he compresses it, pounds it really hard, and compresses it underneath the vent hole. Prick and prime, the person in the back right now can remove his thumb off the gun, has a wire in his belt which he uses to pierce the bag through the vent hole, and then he primes the gun either directly with gunpowder or what we're using
I gotta hold the camera,
guns today are quills, which look like straws, would have gunpowder inside of them, and then they're going to light them like a fuse. They put that down in the vent hole, they raise their hand. Now that's telling the commanders, there's usually commanders in the middle between each of these, the gun and the box, and there's a field commander if you had a long line of guns here. And that tells the commanders which gun is ready, which one is not, and which ones he can fire. And also the infantry commanders know not to march their men in front of a gun that's ready to be fired. Now the person that's actually going to fire is the person on the back left, and he has a long pole called the linstock, and then there's rope at the end of there that's been soaked in saltpeter, and it burns at a slow rate, and he has to keep the very tip of it really hot so it doesn't cool off, and then he's the one that actually does the firing. So now cover your ears because they are going to fire.
Okay, cover your ears.
Fire!
If you're close, I think you felt the concussion coming off this one.
Can you tell her to wait? No, not yet.
What they're doing is they're sponging the on the back, on the front tight, it makes a real tight fit, and the person again, the vent tender puts his thumb over the hole. That's helping to cause a vacuum. They're also extinguishing embers again from previous firing. Then they search the piece again, and really you're supposed to then repeat that sponging and searching step twice. However, in battle, realistically, they probably did not. But,
they're getting it ready.
They wouldn't have gone as slow as we do, or slowly as we do now. They were
Is that the oil for the cannon?
expected to do at least
It might be the
20
gunpowder.
rounds per minute. And now that includes putting the projectile in. And now,
Okay, cover your ears.
I'm not to disappoint anybody, but we are not shooting cannonballs out today. People would probably remember would not appreciate getting a cannonball in the backyard or over in the roof. So we're just shooting blanks. We skipped the step that brings those out. If they're ready to fire, cover your ears. As far as what they fire, you see we have a total of 5 or 6.
Is that loud?
Yeah, 5 to 7.
Is that loud?
It scared me.
Yeah, it's loud, huh?
Somewhere in a wagon. Notice the differences in the barrel. Cannons have a longer barrel. They're shot straight or actually downward. They're more for impact. The howitzers have a shorter barrel to get whatever they're putting in there out quickly. And they're shot more upward because what they want to shoot is going to explode up in the air. Grape shot and cannon shot.
Yeah, don't go on that side.
In the 18th century. Grape shot were musket balls wrapped around a wooden
No, Griffin, don't get mad.
and with cloth and string.
You gotta stay on this side.
When that got shot out, engulfed in flames, would release all those musket balls. Something like a
Almost, Griffin, wait.
anti-personnel. It would get out more people. It would spray down on them. And canister shot was basically, it would
Wait.
shrapnel. They're ready to fire again. Cover your ears.
Wow.
And we're only using half charge because if we were they have a range of 3/4 of a mile to a mile. But of course, that's
You cartridge, see?
There's no sights on these guns. So
That's what they keep.
They can
Where's the cartridge?
That's what they shoot.
maneuver the carriage slightly. They can move them around. They
Well,
can
that's what they...
also lower and raise the barrel.
What
There's a
explodes.
wedge in the back that they can pull out that would bring that barrel down in the back, or push it in to get it straighter. That one over there either has a corkscrew device or it has a wedge as well. So they can raise and lower the barrel, but it's pretty much dependent on the talent and the skill of the commander. And it would take a few rounds, and he would figure out, based on his trajectory and the landscape and everything else, whether
Cover your ears.
if he could get started. Get ready to
Cover your ears.
The person firing the gun also has to be careful that he's not bringing it straight down. If they do that, a lot of times there's a flame comes out of that vent hole as well. It can just blow that whole end of that rope off. And if these flames or men pullage, if they couldn't, they have a special tool and a nail that they can put into the vent hole temporarily to save the
Covering your ears.
leave it and hopefully come back for it. In the Revolutionary War period, that happened a lot. Because the enemy might not necessarily have the means or the time or the manpower.
You can look at them, see the smoke come out.
They might just forget it and leave it there. Okay, they're ready to fire. Cover your ears.
Cover your ears.
If the guns are secured, they will march up here and give you an 18th century military salute.
You've seen it.
That
You've
was
heard the one shot.
given to you. I'd like to give you a salute because this concludes the firing
Do they
part of the
got
demonstration.
swords?
Mm-hmm.
And you feel free to...
Why they got swords?
Ask them any questions you want. They'll come up to the rope line there, fence line,
Do you have any questions?
and they'll talk to you about
Thank you.
Yeah, he's not totally stupid. It's fun. It's fun.
Watch it.
What are you looking at, girlfriend?
Oh, no, you guys were foolish enough to do it. I ain't gonna
Oh, sure. Convince you two to
I'll
do it.
do it. Come on, handsome. He's so good looking. I want more pictures of him. I'm not sure what he is.
He's Shawnee. That's what he did. Actually, his role is a adoptee of the Shawnee.
Adoptee. He's a Shawnee adoptee.
He was a white young boy adopted as by the Shawnee.
Doesn't that hurt? His face. No.
Yes.
Yeah, it is. No, it's not. I looked up his nose. You looked up his nose. I'm going to make her go now.
Okay.
Kit Katelu. Yochimo Suwanoi. Kit Tahoda. Yalo. Weswasi wa Mamhuma. Miwasila Shimamu. That's all I got, guys.
No, that's good. What did you say?
I said, hi, how are you? Miskawe Makutra Nihawe. My name is Brian.
Nice.
Red Calf is my Shawnee name.
Very cool.
Said,
Red Calf is your Shawnee name?
yeah. Red Cold, Red Calf.
Red Cold.
Who gave that name to you?
Shawnee person.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome. You can go on that side. Just be gentle. If you don't have... Oh, she's getting food for him.
How can we get food for them?
Well, we can't. They're getting it for him. They're nice ponies, huh?
I know, I got
What you eating?
A donut.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yummy. Just waiting for Mommy. Not really sunny now.
Mommy!
Do you see her? I don't think she's here yet. You need any help finishing your donut? No, you can finish it. What do? You jump on them? What's the game called? It's called Hop?
Yeah. Now you.
It's called Hop on the Cones?
Yeah.
Hop on cones? Wait.
Yep, I'm getting really cool.
Okay, we gotta go now.
Griffin, watch out!